Hi, my name is Jenny. I'm a 40-year-old visual artist. I started Eat Right Now after someone in my meditation group told me about it and that she had had success with it. I had also read Judd Brewer's book. I had been practicing mindfulness for a couple of years and sitting, but I was still struggling with overeating. I had been overeating or binge eating for probably 20 years. I did 10 years of psychotherapy, during which I talked extensively about not wanting to overeat when I got overwhelmed, and the therapist that I had seen told me that, at some point I would talk through enough things that it would just naturally come to a stop, but it never did, even after talking for 10 years. So it had gotten better when I had started to practice mindfulness, but then I started this program, and I had never actually paid attention to the experience of eating until I started this program, and that thing is like the largest thing that helped me to change eating. I realized right away at the beginning that as much as I had struggled around eating, that I wasn't really paying close attention to my experience. And when I was actually eating, I was upset about it off in my thoughts all the time, but I wasn't actually paying attention to the experience as I was actually eating. And so one of the main things that helped me was that thing, starting to pay attention as I ate. Also, when I still did go to food for comfort, asking myself and paying attention to that, like, what was that experience like? What did I get from it? Started to be enormously helpful, because I started to see, oh, I don't feel good. I turn to food. What happens? I feel even worse. And I started to just realize after a couple of months of doing this that when I didn't feel good, the only thing the food was doing was making me feel actually worse. And it was amazing. And I just started to realize that I had a choice between, when I would start to struggle with not feeling good, and my option was just to wait there and allow it to pass, or I could add, more suffering onto it by overeating. As the overeating became less, it's actually turned into this thing with food where I realized that eating well is one of the things that I can actually do something about, that I can actually feel good about. So a lot of things happen that I can't control or do anything about, but one of the things that I've come to realize is that I through being present and making good choices, at the end of the day, I can go to bed feeling like, oh, well, at least that part I didn't make worse, right? And so that's been a huge shift from this thing that I used to cause myself a lot more suffering with, has now become often days now a place where I actually can feel like some sanity and some peace, which has helped me in other ways. I think I've lost 12 pounds. It wasn't hugely about the weight loss, but it was the feeling of feeling out of control with eating. One of the other things that's really helped me a lot is to really slow down my pace, to eat slower and to pay attention. Those have been the two things. Slowing down when I eat and really paying attention to my experience, and doing that when I'm not struggling. And then there have been times when I've been started to struggle and started to turn towards food, and a few times when I just started to shovel kind of food in, like in the old way, and then that deep habit of slowly taking small bites, I've all of a sudden woken up and thought, oh right, small slow bites, and it's actually pulled me out of that binge cycle, which has been by far one of the most exciting things. So that's been really huge to have that happen. So the binge eating has become less and less, and it's almost it feels like it's almost disappeared. I still struggle some around my period, but other than that, it's basically almost gone. And I also feel like the things that I've learned about this, paying attention and seeing what I'm getting from it with the experience of eating, is actually helping me now I'm starting to apply it to other areas of my life, which has been amazing. And the other thing that's helped me a lot was writing a lot, and the community and the support of the community. Just having a place to go. And at the beginning, the first couple months I used ERN, it felt like instead of turning towards food, I could watch the videos and go to the community, and that was like a different place that I could be in. That was really helpful. So the whole program has been amazing. It's completely changed my life. So thank you.